Today we're going to be going over 10 fantastic cologne fragrances for this spring. So this is going to be more of a budget-minded video. Pretty much everything here is going to be $50 or less, with, the bulk majority of these being $40 or $30 or maybe even a bit less than that. So, and all 100 ml bottles or slightly above 100 ml too. So really, really good pricing. I've harped on this for years, and it's simply that you just don't have to go bankrupt in order to build up a good collection of solid smelling, great performing, and compliment getting scents. You just don't have to go all out. So if you do want to watch your spend a little bit more and go for some more affordable options that are still going to get you essentially the same results, this is going to be it for you. Like I said, there's 10 here. It's not necessarily in any particular order. They're all good. They're all in this video for a reason. The first one is Afnan Rare Carbon. You've heard of it before, I'm sure. It's a Tom Ford Ombre Leather clone. I think Ombre Leather is a great scent for springtime because obviously it's leathery, which is going to give you more of a kind of a darker, cooler weather vibe. But ombre leather itself also has a considerable amount of freshness to it as well. So it kind of works for the wide temperature swings that you encounter during spring, where it might be cold in the morning and then warmer later on in the afternoon and then colder again in the evening. You know, something like this can accommodate those weather changes during your wearing period. And obviously, ombre leather is expensive. Being a Tom Ford, it's still, $140, maybe $150 for 100 ml. And this one is like $35, maybe $40 for 100 ml on discounters. So not a bad price at all. This next one is Pandora Scents Designation Platina. And I don't know, can you get a good look at that bottle there? What does it look like to you, Chanel Platinum Egoiste is what this one is a clone of, and that is one of my favorites from Chanel. I've got a lot of favorites from Chanel. A lot of their releases are really solid because they focus on quality over quantity to some extent, really, compared to what you're used to seeing with a lot of designer brands these days. They're pretty technical when it comes to their new releases for the most part. So Platinum Egoiste, it's been around for a long time. It's more of your barbershop / aromatic fougere style scent, but with a modern twist. So even though it has that style, which is generally looked at as a little bit more of a classic smell, it still smells up to date. Like if you smelled Platinum Egoiste, it could smell like something that was recently released because it's such a modernized take on that style of scent. And being that it's a Chanel, the pricing is going to be well over $100. But this one here is, I don't know, probably $25, maybe $30 or something. Really affordable, and it gets you very close to that lavender, geranium, just aromatic, gentlemanly freshness that the Chanel has to offer. They are just about nearly indistinguishable. Very, very impressive accuracy with this. Let's move into John Guste Homme Amaze. Another one that isn't trying to hide what they're doing here. And so this is a Fragrance World. And Fragrance World, as far as the cologne brands go, they're especially, they're pretty direct in terms of not only kind of going after the name of the scent when they're crafting their clones, but also a lot of times the presentation as well. You can't mistake this for anything else other than a Les Beaux, it's got the same type of angular design that Les Beaux has as well. Look at that. Really, you can't make this stuff up. And so yes, this one is a clone of the original Les Beaux. Not the Les Parfums, it's the original. And so it is a little bit fresher, but it still has that pineapple, coconut type of smell that you're used to smelling. I've said this before, but the original Les Beaux, you really don't hear about the original all that much because Les Beaux Les Parfums was always more popular. And then now Paradise Garden is very popular. And even the new Flower Edition, I can see that one becoming a big hit once they bring that back for this summer. But man, if you just want something kind of fun, easygoing, and a little bit playful for spring, check this one out. Okay, next up we have Armaf Très Nuit Lyric. This is actually a clone of Acqua di Gio Profondo, which is a little bit pricey. I mean, on discounters, you're looking at $100, $110, something like that, which really isn't bad, but you could also get it for significantly less, essentially what is the same thing, aside from a very few minor differences between them, but that's really what this one is. It has that orange mineral notes type of smell going on that just sets it over the top and really gives you that profondo, marine, aquatic type of smell. Now, profondo also is a great scent for summertime as well. And so really, it's going to be up to you in terms of what you want to do with it. I think they work great for both. Just kind of one of those things where you got to make that choice for yourself. I wear them in both seasons, to be honest with you. Spring, summer, and then honestly, usually with the type of weather we have here, into the beginning parts of fall, if I wanted to, I could still wear profondo and maybe some other aquatics because you do get some of those sunny days. But yeah, this stuff smells great. And again, you know, profondo, it's not insanely expensive, but still pretty significant savings if you're trying to watch your spend and you want to get more variety in your collection for less money. Next up, we have Killer Oud Revolution by Paris Corner, and this is a clone of Reflection Man by Amaze, which is one of my favorites. I love it. Now, I prefer Reflection 45 straight, but gosh, the price is crazy. And here lately, it's been sold out on discounters, and nobody's paying retail for that stuff. I mean, at least I wouldn't. Retail's $500 for that one. I wouldn't do that. You know, on discounters, you can get lucky and score it for maybe $250, $300, which is a lot better. Still expensive, but better. And the original, which is an eau de parfum, is, I don't know, what is it, usually $150 or somewhere around in there. So still a lot of money. So this one does smell more so similar to the original, but that's okay. The original's still amazing too. I just get better performance out of the extrait. But this one here, it is just about spot on as well. This kind of actually has almost a little bit of this slight grape sweetness, which is weird. And it kind of sounds out of place, and it is a little bit. So that's one of the inconsistencies between this and the real one, is that kind of slight sweetness that just isn't there in Reflection Man. But other than that, man, it is just about spot on. So definitely a great clone for a really classy spring scent, which is essentially just a white floral. Afnan 9 AM Dive is up next. So kind of a hybrid clone situation here. I've talked about this one before a few times. It's got mint, apple, and some patchouli in here. Just kind of a blue fragrance mashup, essentially. Kind of borrowing some ideas from all of your favorite blue scents and mixing it into one, but then offering it to you for like $40 or somewhere around in there. Great performance out of this one. It's a great compliment getter because, well, why wouldn't it be? It's a mashup of all the popular ambroxan blue scents, which all of those generally just work really well. So it's kind of a no-brainer situation here. Latafa Maher Legacy. This is a clone of Parfums de Marly Sedley, which is one of my favorite freshies from Parfums de Marly. That one and Greenlee are really good, and Sedley still wins, but Greenlee is right behind it. That green apple in there is amazing. And so, obviously, being PDMs, they're expensive. This one, not so much. Again, about the same price as a lot of these others, $37, $40, somewhere around in there. Great performance. It has that minty green geranium and ambroxan citrus combination down to a T, just like Sedley. And it's another one where it's just really hard to tell them apart. You can, you know, if you're experienced enough with Sedley, you've worn it so much that you just have it memorized, you know, it's engraved in your brain. You can tell, but it's close. And basically 100% of the people around you would just have no idea that you're wearing a clone. You know, if they've smelled Sedley before and they smell this, they're just going to put two and two together and think that this is Sedley. I mean, that's how close these clones are. They're very accurate. They're scary good. Okay, Armaf Club de Nuit Sillage is up next, and it's a Creed Silver Mountain Water clone, which I really like. I like all the Creeds, really, and Silver Mountain Water is one that's actually a little bit more unique, and not everybody likes it, because it has this green tea and kind of ink smell, which is weird sounding, but when you smell it, you see exactly what I'm talking about. And I didn't, you know, make that up. That's been a known thing for Silver Mountain water for years now, is that inky type of smell. I love it. I think that's what sets it apart. I think that's what makes it different and fun, but not everybody likes that. You know, it's a little bit more specific. But I mean, man, it's great. And if I had to choose a season for Silver Mountain water, it would be spring. You could wear that stuff into summertime, no problem as well, but I do like it for spring. Running down to the end, we have FOMO, a Fragheads Asylum. This one smells pretty much identical to Roja Parfum's Elysium, which is a favorite of mine. And again, I wear that one into summertime all the time. Actually, I wear Elysium whenever. Could be winter, could be fall, anytime, right? If I'm just wanting Elysium, I wear it. That type of thing works for anything, but it is especially good for spring as well. Again, going back to what I said earlier, you have those wide fluctuations in temperature throughout the day, and something like this that's kind of fresh and citrusy and fruity, but also woody and musky. It has the fixings to be able to do anything in pretty much any type of weather. Last up for this video, we have Armaf Odyssey Omega. It's a limited edition eau de parfum. Pops up from time to time. I'll give you an idea. It's a Y eau de parfum clone. So if you can't find this right now, get Latafa Fakar, okay? Y eau de parfum, that's all we're going for. I just try to throw in some variety when at all possible, but whatever gets you similar smelling to this is what you want. So it has that Y EDP sweetness with some of the aromatic blue fragrance freshness. Works great for spring. Could use it in summertime as well, although it is a bit sweeter. Use your discretion there. Fall and winter works great too, but I like it for spring. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for me. Some fantastic clone fragrances for spring. I will link all these down below. You know, it should go without saying, but you just can't walk into department stores and buy these. You have to shop online at discounters. So if you do want to pick any of these up, they will be linked down below. Make it really easy for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.